One of Arizona's hidden gems is a town called Fountain Hills. This hilly town is nestled right behind the McDowell Mountains with some of the most spectacular views of Four Peaks and Red Mountain. This is a fantastic place for those people looking for a quieter, slower pace of life, but still want to be relatively close to everything. This is also one of those places that has been around for a while, yet many don't know it's there. And for those that stumble across it, they fall in love. So let's take a look at what makes Fountain Hills so unique, the homes, and the overall lifestyle and amenities to find out if it's a place that you might want to call home. And if you live there or if you've been there, let me know what you love about it and if I missed anything that people need to know. It was in the early 1970s when Fountain Hills sprouted out of the desert. Now, you might be wondering, why Fountain Hills? Well, it's all thanks to that grand, gushing landmark, the fountain. Built in the 1970s, this fountain was once recorded as the tallest fountain in the world, reaching 560 feet tall. That's like stacking 2 football fields vertically. And every hour on the hour between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., it goes off for 15 minutes. And this fountain draws visitors both near and far. But it's not just a fountain. This is the heartbeat of the city. And every St. Patrick's Day, this fountain turns emerald green and shoots up and dances like a leprechaun. Now, the land that is Fountain Hills was purchased by Robert McCullough back in the 1960s, and the community was designed by Charles Wood Jr., the guy that designed Disneyland. Now, there's one other city that McCullough developed here in Arizona, and that is Lake Havasu City. What's funny about this to me is that my parents actually retired in Lake Havasu City after we lived in Southern California. And I didn't know that the two cities had a connection. But one day I was in Fountain Hills with a friend and I was looking around and I thought, this town kind of reminds me of Lake Havasu City. They looked at me and they said, well, yeah, it was developed by the same developer. Makes sense. Has anyone else had that same feeling, or was it just me? One of the community's most valuable assets is its natural beauty. The incredible views and natural desert terrain provide a wide range of outdoor activities, including hiking, biking, golf, boating, you name it. If it's outside, you can do it here. But speaking of golf, Fountain Hills actually has some of the most picturesque and challenging courses in all of Arizona. Now, some of that is because of the very hilly terrain, but it doesn't change the beauty. Now let's talk about the real estate, because Fountain Hills is not all about the views and the big fountain. Whether you're in the market for a cozy condo, a spacious family home, or a large custom estate with views for days, Fountain Hills has it all. The real estate market here is diverse. Prices can range anywhere from about $250,000 for a condo to $5.5 million for a custom estate in a private community. The market in Fountain Hills is active thanks to its overall growing popularity. For those either looking to move to the state, looking for a quieter, slower pace of life, and want to be a little removed but not too far removed, to people who already live in the state looking for a change of pace. Now, the town has really been known as more of a retiree or a second home location, but that has really changed over time. And you'll find people of all ages that live here now. And the one thing they can all agree on is the benefit of feeling like you're living in a small town with big city amenities right close by. Now, if you're looking to specifically live in a golf community, you have a couple options because there are 4 different golf courses right in Fountain Hills. There are 3 public and 1 private. And if that's not enough, there are 96 additional golf courses, all within about 20 minutes of the city. Now, the 2 courses that are probably talked about the most in Fountain Hills are Fire Rock and Eagle Mountain. My husband is an avid golfer, and Eagle Mountain is his #1 favorite course in all of Arizona. And Fire Rock is the private club here in Fountain Hills. Both of these courses are extremely hilly, so the views while you play are absolutely spectacular. Now, many of the larger homes with these panoramic views are a little farther out of the downtown area. However, because of the overall hilly nature of the entire city, you can find some smaller homes that still have those spectacular views. Something to note about many of the homes in Fountain Hills is they will likely have steps in them. Now, before someone goes and writes a nasty comment down in my comment section that says,
"We have single-family homes in Fountain Hills."
Yes, there are. However, most of the homes are going to have some sort of steps in them. Maybe not a full flight of stairs, but some steps. And if you look at the land, you'll understand why. You can't just go into a hillside and just cut it in half and then put a single family home there. There's going to be some grade changes, which are going to require some steps in the home. But again, those that choose to live there because of the lifestyle and the views and all that Fountain Hills has to offer, if they can't find a single level home, they are just fine with having a home with a few steps. Many people that are looking in Scottsdale, if they can't find what they're looking for there, will venture into Fountain Hills just to take a look because the views are so phenomenal. And as great as Fountain Hills is, some of the reasons that my clients have not purchased in Fountain Hills are because of the steps in homes. They felt that the city was too quiet for them. And what I mean by that is that some of the restaurants and the amenities there, they do close down a little bit earlier than some of the other cities. And there's really not a lot of nightlife to speak of in the town of Fountain Hills, but that's not what it was designed for. Now, the other reason that they might not purchase there is they don't love the fact that there's only really one way in and one way out. And they don't love the drive in and out of Fountain Hills. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are coming from Scottsdale, the only way in and out of Fountain Hills is on Shea Boulevard. So I took the drive starting at the top of Palisades and Shea Boulevard down to the 101. And while this has been sped up, the overall time this took me was just over 10 minutes. And I didn't hit any of the lights early on. This was early in the morning and without any traffic. I will often tell my clients to go drive this before you buy in Fountain Hills, because if you don't like it as just a one-time drive, you will hate it if you live there. Now, I have had clients that absolutely do not mind at all because the town really has everything they need, and they realize there's not going to be a lot of times that they actually need to come out of Fountain Hills to go do anything. And they love that overall small town feel. But this is just something that I really want my buyers to understand and know before they go and buy. When you're considering a new place to call home, it is not just the home that matters. You also have to take into account the lifestyle, the amenities, and the services that the community has to offer. And to start, Fountain Hills has state-of-the-art healthcare facilities with top-notch medical professionals. You'll find everything from primary care physicians all the way up to specialists. Then you have all the parks for leisurely strolls and picnics with the family, with breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, and of course, that famous fountain. Not to mention the playgrounds, the outdoor musical instruments, the splash pad, and the Frisbee golf course. Then you have the local cafes and the fine dining restaurants. And for the art enthusiasts, there is always an exhibit or a cultural event going on. Everyday conveniences are right at your fingertips in Fountain Hills. From grocery stores and drugstores, to boutiques and fitness centers, to banks and service centers. The town center caters to all of your needs. And the best part is it all comes with small town charm and friendly service that you don't find everywhere anymore. Now, the one thing that I have heard from many locals is they wish they had a Home Depot. There is still a very large hardware store so that you can get things right there. But if you're doing a bigger project, you might have to drive. The community engagement is another thing that just makes Fountain Hills so special. The town library and community centers are big hubs for people to socialize and learn, and offer a range of activities for people of all ages. Then there is a wide range of additional community events and gatherings all throughout the year, anywhere from wine tasting to full-on concerts. And something that many people don't realize is that Fountain Hills is considered a dark sky, meaning the stars come alive at night. The people that call Fountain Hills home love the quiet, safe, and friendly atmosphere that it has. And just another benefit of Fountain Hills is its proximity to Scottsdale. So if you want to go shopping at Kierland Commons or Scottsdale Quarter, that's going to take you about 25 minutes. And if you need to get to the airport, you're only about 30 minutes away. But if you don't want to leave, you don't have to, because like I said, the whole city has its own grocery stores, schools, shopping, medical facilities, and there is a Mayo campus that is about 10 minutes away. And if you like to gamble, you've got Fort McDowell Resort and Casino right around the corner. Now, if you want to compare Fountain Hills to what it's like to live in Scottsdale, make sure you take a look at this video. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.